In a heart-wrenching case, a mom faces abandonment charges after her child was found wandering the road while she walked to the store for some fresh air, prompting a tense courtroom lecturing by Judge Hayward. The prosecution argues neglect, while the defense pleads it was an isolated mistake. With the child's safety at stake, will the judge show leniency or deliver a harsh verdict? Tune in for this emotional legal drama packed with parental accountability.
Raise your right hand, Ms. Shepherd. You solemnly swear or affirm a testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on state of Georgia. All right, you're before the court on state of Georgia versus Larissa Latrice Shepherd, 2025 CR 04731. You're charged with abandonment. Mr. Taylor, what is your client plead to the offense before the court?
Your Honor, my client pleads nolo to the single count of abandonment.
All right, by entering a plea of nolo, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to have the state prove your, you give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to present evidence and testimony, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please. Okay, who's Ms. Ponder? I can't hear you. You may be muted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was. Okay. On June the 23rd, 2024, officers responded to 7296. I'm sorry, one moment, Your Honor. Okay. Highway 138 and Ambassador Drive, located here in Clayton County, Georgia. Officers observed a small child walking across the roadway at Highway 138 by herself. Officers made contact with the victim. She informed that she was asleep and woke up and no one was at the location with her. Those are the facts of the case, Your Honor.
How old is she?
She was born she was born 2026. She was born in 2016. She's about 8, 9 years old, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve, 30 days, balance suspended.
All right, Mr. Taylor.
Your Honor, what was the address of the incident that the state is proposing as the location of the crime?
Highway 138 and Ambassador Drive intersection.
Have 7296 Ambassador Drive, Riverdale, Georgia.
Your Honor, our concern was with the location, whether that was in Fayette County or in Clayton County. It does appear that Fayette County officers were the officers that made contact.
I think based upon the report, they made contact because they were on a call and they observed the child. So while they were responding, I'm assuming, based on the police report, stated while on the call, that's when they saw that's when they saw the child. But
is that location in Clayton County, Ms. Ponder?
That's my understanding based on the report, Your Honor. It states that it's in Riverdale, is what I have.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, anything else?
Nothing, just that we were confirming that address to be in Clayton County. That would be our only objection, Your Honor. However, if that address is found to be in Clayton County, we're ready to proceed with our no-look plea.
All right. I don't have any reason to believe that Riverdale is not Clayton County. Unless somebody can tell me that this location is not. All right,
Your Honor, we're ready to proceed at this time.
okay. And the recommendation is 12 months to serve 30 days, balance suspended.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Shepherd, tell me what's going on.
She's asking me.
This child is a 9-year-old child left at the house, woke up, was obviously not told, hey, mama's running out, mama's got to do something, woke up looking for somebody in the house and nobody was there. So they went outside and were observed by police. Tell me what happened.
Yes, ma'am. I went to the store because I thought she was sleeping. So I ran to the nearest store at the top of the street.
What store?
It's a gas station. It's a BP at the top of Ambassador.
What were you getting that was so important that you had to leave your child?
Something to eat on. And I needed some air.
You needed what?
I was going to get air, walking to get air, and grab something to eat on.
Get air for you just needed air?
Yes, ma'am. I was taking a walk. No, it's nothing like that. I take a full responsibility. I walked to the store to grab me some air, and I went to get me something to grab to eat.
Okay, ma'am, are you employed?
Yes, ma'am. Starbucks.
Where are you employed?
Hartsville Airport. And my employer told me if I was to come in and to turn myself in, I still have my job.
Okay, so ma'am,
Yes,
let me just tell you what Clayton County is. We are at the epicenter of the largest child trafficking, human trafficking center in the world, Atlanta. We have 85, 75, 285, 20. We have all the major intersections essentially right here where we are.
Yes.
If somebody was to pick up your child and put them in a car, they could be all the way across the world before you even knew that your child was gone.
Yes, ma'am. I do understand.
This is not the world you and I grew up in.
Yes.
We clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's your child with now that you are in jail?
Her father.
Okay. And I presume the father is not in the home.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Are y'all effectively co-parenting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't let this happen again.
It will not, Your Honor.
Don't let this happen again. Because there's no reason that baby should wake up in that house and walk around and nobody's there, and then they're going to wander out into the street where anything could have happened.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
If you Google your address right now, there'll probably be 10 people who should be listed on the sexual register if you list within 3 miles of you.
Yes.
So anything could have happened to your child.
And Your Honor, if I could, Miss Griggs is on the call. She is the guardian for the victim, for the minor. And she would like to address the court.
That's
Like
fine.
a statement.
All right, Ms. Griggs, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, give me your full name for the court reporter, please.
My name is Cinderia Griggs.
Spell that Cinderia for me.
Cinderia.
All right, ma'am, go ahead.
No, she's a great mom. I don't know what happened, but sometimes you be feeling like you just need to get out and run. You thinking the kid ain't gonna wake up and then it's no excuse, and I'm not making excuses for her, but yeah, she wasn't supposed to leave her in the house, but she did. Mistakes happen, but you're supposed to I guess you'll learn because you know that wasn't right. But she's definitely a great mom to her kids. Like
Okay.
they have stayed with me for the last 3.5 years. She's a great mom.
Okay. All right. So, Miss Shepherd, it appears that you have a village that is supportive of you and your children. Use your village. Okay. I get needing a break. Sometimes I got sons myself, and sometimes I just take to my bed and just tell them, don't bother me right now.
Yeah, sure.
Just if you need to eat, get some their cereal. Don't bother me right now. Because every mama can be overwhelmed. And I'm not making this up. You know, whether you got support, like if you got a husband or a father in the house or not, most of the stuff falls on mamas. That's just, it is what it is. And so at some point I just need a break. But if you're going to do that, at least just stay within sight of the house.
Yes.
Make sure your child knows, hey, mama's going to walk down the block for a minute and I'm going to be right here within sight of the house. You got me? But let the child know so they don't wake up in the middle of the night and be disoriented and not know what's going on. I get it. Sometimes you just need a break. And every mama on this call and every mama who listens to this, there's a lot of judgmental people out there. I get that. And they will say, oh, well, I would never do that. But they probably have. They've needed a break, you know? So I'm glad to hear that this is not a chronic issue, but I'm going to accept your plea of nolo. 12 months, 30 days, balance will be suspended, credit for time served, just as long as you have no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Take care, Ms. Shepherd.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Next.
Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am. Who's asking?
Ms. Griggs.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Griggs.
So what does that mean? Like she'll have to, she gets out or she have to stay in jail for 30 days?
No, she should have already done it. She's out. She'll be out.
Because she don't have a phone and she don't know my number because I have a new number. Is there any way like I could ask her if she need a ride or something?
Yeah, do this. You know how to chat, use the chat function?
Yes, ma'am.
Chat your number to the courtroom 304.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
when you see the name in blue, whatever that blue name is, click on that and you'll see a pull down menu and put your number in for courtroom 304. Just click on courtroom 304 and put your number in there. And Mr. Taylor will be able to give that to her.
Okay, thank you so much.